Good afternoon, everybody. Nathan here from an American Front Porch with another cigar review on a fine afternoon here in Tennessee. Today we've got the opportunity to review a cigar. This review, by the way, brought to you by Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars of Middle Tennessee here in Brentwood. The cigar that they have submitted to us to review is the Alec Bradley Tempus. It's a new cigar from Alec Bradley that has been long coming since 2001. Alan Rubin claims that the wrapper and the tobaccos in this cigar, the blend, has been being perfected since 2001, and the Tempus designation for this cigar is, of course, Latin for time, which means it took time to come to this conclusion. So we're going to see what happens with this cigar. To give you kind of a good view of the band and wrapper, this is a double band cigar. A very intricate wrapper, or I should say band, that you get many times from Alec Bradley. It's got Celtic art and angel wings and all sorts of silver and gold, and it's very frilly. So it'll be interesting to see what the actual meat of this cigar, what it really does bring to the table. At the foot, you're going to see the name, Tempus. And overall, it's an attractive cigar, a dark chocolate brown. The wrapper is moderately veiny. There are some, I don't see any stems sticking out, but it is a rough-looking cigar, slightly oily with just a light sheen. Nothing. It's not a really rich oil presence to the cigar, but it's just a decent-looking cigar with a really pretty band. The wrapper is a Honduran wrapper with Nicaraguan and Honduran filler and Indonesian binder. Kind of an interesting blend on this cigar, and we're going to see what she tastes like. So without any further ado, it is time for the Tempus. We're going to be back in just a moment. I've already cut this cigar, and before lighting up, it should be noted that the draw is very light and very easy. I'm looking at the foot of the cigar, and there is an interesting little kind of a gap in the roll, so it seems like at least in one spot there's an empty spot where where there should be tobacco. Hopefully there won't be any of those further up in the cigar. But overall it draws really nice. The cold draw has some hints of sweetness and kind of a tea character to it, although who knows what the actual cigar will taste like. We're going to get this lit up, and we'll be right back. Wanted to also thank all of you, by the way, before we did get lit up, wanted to thank all of you for stopping by at AmericanFrontPorch.com's Porchcast. It's a new podcast that Cam and I from the site we have just started doing the broadcast. Still working out a few kinks and where we want to be with it. But thank you for stopping by. We're going to be doing, after we've done a couple of episodes, Cam and I decided we're going to be focusing on life. The everyday good life is what we call it. Life, cigars, good books, relaxation, items of the day, things like that. Right now, by the way, we're in the middle of we're previewing the SEC football 2008 season. Last week on episode 2, we previewed, it was our first preview, we did the Tennessee Volunteers. We're going to go through each team in the SEC this year before the season and kind of preview what we have in store for the football season, because we're big fans. Can't blame us. But we'll go on here and light up the Alec Bradley, but I wanted to shamelessly plug the Porchcast on iTunes and at AmericanFrontPorch.com. Check it out. We're still growing, and you're growing with us. We appreciate you stopping by. Be back in a minute. We just fired up this Tempus from Alec Bradley, and initially things are really nice. Lit up very easily. The draw is super smooth. Seems to want to try to start. It wants to try to burn evenly. We don't really know. It's too early to check the burn on this cigar. We're not far enough into it. It is a 5x50 Robusto, by the way, the one that I'm trying. And Cigar Insider, as well as the Cigar Insider, Cigar Aficionado, they gave this cigar in the Churchill, I believe, a 94. So it's got a reputation to maintain, at least here on the porch. But we're going to see here in a moment, as we progress down the cigar, where it actually goes. The initial flavors are very nice. It's a very earthy cigar. There is a peppery finish on it, which is not, it's not unexpected, seeing as how this is a Honduran and Nicaraguan cigar. But that presence, that Honduran and Nicaraguan presence, is revealing itself very much in that peppery, earthy nature. It's not bad. Not bad so far. We're going to keep on going and be back in a moment. We're now basically finished with the first third of the Alec Bradley Tempus cigar, the Robusto 5x50. This review brought to you by Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars of Brentwood, Tennessee. Look them up at 1800 Carruthers Parkway, area code 615-377-7727. Patrick Morgan, the owner there, has supplied me this cigar for this review, and so far it's an interesting cigar, not really rocking my world. It's very dry. It's kind of hard to talk right now, as far as, just kind of getting tongue-tied. There's an earthy dryness to the cigar that is very, very prevalent. It's kind of a salt and pepper flavor on the tongue, that salt nature giving it the dryness, I believe, and then it is a black pepper aroma as well, a taste as well. It's burning moderately even. There are some spots where the burn is not what I would want it to be as far as an even burn, but it has, right towards the end of this first third, evened itself out. The ash is a mottled gray and white, and the smoke is very full. This so far is a full-bodied cigar. It is, and of course that's what Alec Bradley said to look for. So that being said, that's where we are, sort of in the first third. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the flavor profile in the second and final thirds of the Alec Bradley Tempus. So we'll see where we go from there. But once again, this review brought to you by Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars. We'll be back in a moment. We're here now, basically finished with the second third of the Alec Bradley Tempus cigar, brought to you by Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars. I'm Nathan, as always, from AmericanFrontPorch.com, and this the cigar is, the dry nature has slightly subsided a little bit, so that's good, at least in my opinion. It has gone, it's not quite as dry on the back of the throat, so I don't have to hook up my sweet tea IV just yet. The flavor profile, though, is still one of a black pepper, with that earthy quality that you get from most Honduran and Nicaraguan cigars. I don't really know where the influence is, because I smoke a lot of Honduran cigars. This one is a little more earthy than normal, or at least than what I usually smoke. There has been a hint, just a hint of sweetness that's come in through in the second third, and I would almost categorize that sort of like a sort of a dark toasted almond type flavor. So that's been kind of interesting. I really enjoyed that part as it came in. Right after I finished the first third, actually, that's when I started discovering the kind of nutty nature to the cigar. Still burning a little unevenly. The ash is consistently mottled and flaky. But then again, when you enjoy a cigar, it's not gonna you're not gonna look at a cigar and say it tasted great, but I'll never smoke it again because that ash sure was funky. You can really, there are enjoyable qualities to this cigar. So far, it's not outstanding, but it's not bad. It's certainly not a bad cigar. If you're in Middle Tennessee, be sure and stop by Stogie's. Stogie's is on, as we said before, at 1800 Carruthers Parkway. It's an interesting place. If you want to get kind of a virtual tour of the store, you can go to, on my Blip TV channel, check out the Cusano Cuvée Blanc review. And in between segments, I gave you kind of a look at the shop at Stogie's to give you kind of like I said, a virtual tour of what Patrick has there at Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars. It's a really neat place. There are a lot of great tobacco shops, cigar shops all around Middle Tennessee. So wherever you are, look up the closest brick and mortar. We've got great opportunities in Middle Tennessee, fortunately, unlike a lot of other places, to still go and enjoy a great cigar. And it just so happens at Stogie's, you can go also and smoke a cigar there, watch something on the big screen, the flat screen TV, and meet a lot of really cool people and enjoy one of over 350 different beers from all around the world, as well as other brewed ciders and draft beer and things like that. So it's a great place to stop by and tell Patrick the American Front Porch said hello. But right now, the Alec Bradley Tempus is a good cigar. I'm enjoying it a lot more now than I did in the first third. And we will continue here on a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Middle Tennessee, enjoying this cigar, and we'll be back in a few moments to let you know about the final third of the Alec Bradley Tempus. Y'all have a good one. Be back in a minute. We're here with basically the end of the Alec Bradley Tempus, and the cigar has been interesting. I wouldn't say that it's been outstanding by any means. The dryness came back. To kind of sum up the cigar, it has a dry salt and pepper earthiness to it. Now, if that fits what you like in a good cigar, then this is right up your alley. It's certainly not one that I would put on the would never smoke again list, but it's not one that I would seek out, to be quite honest with you. The retail on these cigars, according to everything I've seen, is around $6 to $7-ish. Not really sure. It has been, it's just been a cigar that just doesn't really fit what I'm looking for. Now, obviously, like I say many times in these reviews, go out and try one yourself, because I've got friends I know that smoke cigars, and they enjoy cigars of many different types. And when they found out that I was reviewing the Tempus, they were excited, because this is, in their words, a great cigar, an outstanding cigar. And you may think the same. I can't agree with them, just my opinion. I've been really kind of chasing this with liquid to keep my mouth lubricated so I could talk. But it has, it's just been too spicy and too dry for what I like. The burn has been, it's not been too bad. Construction's good, really good on these cigars. The ash has been flaky throughout. Not an overly complex cigar, but then again, you know, it may not be what you're looking for at the time. So, all in all, I would say this cigar at best was average. But it's something that, you know, you'll definitely want to seek out and try, simply because it's new, and there are a lot of people really high on them. A couple of things really quick before I let you go. As always, just wanted to mention, Stogie's Ales and Fine Cigars supplied the cigar for review today. They're a great shop if you're in Middle Tennessee in the Williamson County area. Stop by them at 1800 Carruthers Parkway. Also, go by my site at anamericanfrontporch.com. That's anamericanfrontporch.com. Obviously, you see, it's kind of a thing that I enjoy. On the site, we talk politics and life and many different things. Subscribe in iTunes to our new Porchcast. Cam and I from the site, we're doing a weekly cigar-oriented podcast, but we talk a podcast, but we talk about many different things. Little things from life, humor. Right now we're previewing, as I mentioned, SEC football for 2008 coming in the fall, which any of you down here know that that's a big whopper of a deal. The Porchcast can be found at my site. You can get the RSS feed off of my site. Click the iTunes logo. It'll automatically subscribe you. Or go to iTunes and search out American Front Porch. It's a new little baby of mine, so we're still working out kind of where we want to go with it. But it's certainly something we enjoy doing, and I'd love to hear from you as we're growing the show. We want you to be a part of it, so help us to make this something that you really enjoy. The Porchcast on iTunes and AmericanFrontPorch.com. As always, Nathan here from AmericanFrontPorch.com. Thanks for stopping by. Hope this review has been of some use to you. And the Alec Bradley Tempus, in summation, it's okay. Hope this has been of some use to you. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.